Hello, my name is Anjani Segrist, and today I am going to talk about feminism briefly. So, what I am noticing is the feminists being in opposition to what we see happening as we've elected Donald Trump as our president. Donald Trump, in my opinion, sort of represents the collective unconscious shadow of everything that we have attempted in our humanity. We have attempted to heal or fix racism, slavery, the witch burnings, all the really inhumane things that we have done as humans. Donald Trump has sort of represents all of that mixed in this big ball of man. And when we, as a country, together, somehow chose to elect him as our president, it's been digging up in us individually all of our own shadows that may or may not be related to what he sort of represents. From what I've been seeing in my work with people is it's a combination of those specific things. I mean, if you're not a woman, you're a man. And if you're a man, you know women. So it's one of our core identities as humans has been male, female. I just did a video about why feminine is not synonymous with female. So that might be interesting to you. So it's, things based around our reproductive issues, things based around power, control. Also, a lot of just our own shadow material, things that have been coming up that we've been repressing are, surfacing for us to work with and for us to deal with. So when we have in our face our own shadow, what are we going to do? And many of my friends who are really feminist seem to be in opposition to some of my other friends who are very young. I'm not going to say, I don't really know what is the opposite of feminist. Maleist? Do we even have that? Masculinist? I mean, I guess we could say male chauvinist. But anyway, they're kind of in opposition to each other. And I feel like I've just sort of stepped back and I'm watching and I'm observing all of this happening. And I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm not with the feminists. I'm not with this other group. I don't even know what you will call them. Please comment and tell me what you would call them. I don't know. But what I am doing is noticing that this is a pole. This is one polarity. And if, my friends who are feminists, I love them and I love what they stand for and what they're doing and what they represent in my own mind. They represent fighting for feminine rights, for female rights. I'm not going to say they're fighting for feminine rights because feminine doesn't fight necessarily. It's a receptive energy. So just the wording itself is like, how can I call them a feminist? It's like femalist because they're fighting for females' rights. They're in opposition to male. It's not even masculine because what is masculine is something that is embracing feminine and masculine. You can't be masculine without embracing feminine. This is yin yang, basic principles. Yin and yang can't exist without the other. Feminine and masculine cannot exist without the other. So when I'm seeing these two in opposition, they really just want to merge. Take out the people and the attachment to the people that I'm seeing. And it's just this energy that wants to find its way home to the center, to merge, have a union with each other. So if you are on either one of these poles, I challenge you to look a little bit deeper and just start to break apart the ideas around what it is you're fighting for. And if you want to win in a way, and there's this pole, and you're on the other end of the polarity, there was a quote by Einstein that said something, I can't quote him because I don't know exactly, but I know the essence of what he was saying, is that to understand a problem or to solve a problem, you have to go to another level. You can't go to the same pole. There's this pole, and you want to solve the problem. You can't stay on this pole to solve this problem. You have to go to another level. So find out, what pole are you on? And if you're having a real problem, which if everything you eat, breathe, and sleep, any of the isms, investigate the whole pole and accept that that other side is a pole. It's a polarity, that you're on that, and if as soon as we're able to accept this whole pole, think about light and dark. When does the dark become light? When the sun's coming up, it illuminates the place, and then the sun goes down, but it's a polarity, and it's gradual. So within that whole idea, everything that we're working with is part of a pole. And attacking and being aggressive in, whatever way that isn't, if it's condescending, if you're like, oh, you thought we were separate? Oh, silly things. Like it's condescending tone, which that's not feminine at all. And a lot of the feminists that I have been witnessing and observing, it's not feminine at all. It's actually very, that whole patriarch, that, the ruling from an authority, from a father, the forefathers, from some sort of authority, and jumping out, like, like going, that's very yang. It's a different kind of energy than what a feminine energy is. So if you want to fight for female rights, I wonder if there's a way to do that from a feminine perspective, where we're actually being receptive, listening. If you have this, say you're sitting right in front of Trump, and he's, in the campaigns, we were able to hear how he and Hillary communicated with each other. Imagine that was you, and you're on the other end. How are you going to communicate with something that is just yelling in your face? Are you just going to yell back? Or, what are you going to do? I don't know. I'm asking the question because I actually don't know. But I know that standing there yelling back is not going to solve the problem. So moving to another pole and doing your work from another direction. Because I feel like a lot of the feminists have such good points and such valid, it's important. I need them to do their work. I respect and honor them for doing that. I'm just really curious right now, and I'm speaking from purely just reflective. So, looking in front of a lake, I'm looking at this picture, I'm trying to reflect it back, and I'm asking a question honestly. Is there any other way you can do it without being on the feminine, I'm a woman, you're a man, and we're barking at each other in opposition to in opposition to each other? Can we find some other way? So please comment. I'm asking an honest question here, and I would love to hear your feedback. And yeah, let's have a conversation here. So thank you very much for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel. I have lots of cool things that I'm working on here, and would love to share them with you. So thanks again. I look forward to connecting with you.